everyone, it's Georgia speaking. Welcome back to our show, Winds from the Word. Today we're going to talk about Kiss Me Now, a new fantastic podcast about greetings in the word and also something else that you will listen at the end of the podcast. With me today we have Valentina.
Hi guys.
Antonio.
Hi everyone.
And Matteo.
Hello.
And they're going to share their knowledge about greetings in the word.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'd like to start with some questions for you guys.
Oh.
Do you know something about the origin of kissing, of greeting in general?
Like how the kissing started in the world?
Yes, how kissing started and how it became like a greeting.
Yeah, because I guess in the beginning of times, it wasn't normal to put your mouth in another person's mouth.
I think
but
so.
Maybe I think it started with two cavemen fighting for food, like for the last piece of food.
Mm-hmm.
They started fighting and with their mouths. And maybe they realized it was something cool.
What an imagination. Yeah, to be honest, I don't know anything about how it started, but I guess it must have been quite weird. But yeah, at the same time, maybe it's like if you look at the animals, it's like quite an instinct for them to lick each other. So maybe like from sort of coming from licking to like enjoying the activity of sharing the saliva. And
Yes, 1 point for Valentina because you're nearly right.
Yes.
Because, well, I searched some information in the internet, but I remembered, I don't know, guys, if you ever seen it in documentaries, but penguins chew the food and then they force it into the mouth of the puppy.
Yes,
Yes. So I had, a little idea about how it started. And in fact, that's how it started, basically. It was a result of mouth-to-mouth feeding for animals.
Okay.
But the first time that kissing appeared, let's say, in a page or in a book, was actually in the Vedic Sanskrit, where it was described as rubbing and pressing noses together. So quite like Eskimos.
That's true.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But then this description of kissing evolved in another Vedic writing, in a poem by Mahabrata. Sorry, Mahabrata, if you're listening to me. And he described kissing in this way. I like this sentence. She set her mouth to my mouth and made a noise, and that produced pleasure in me.
Mm-hmm.
That's quite erotic.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
How poetic. And, well, Vedic Sanskrit aren't the only proof that kissing was actually widespread in the world or was starting, to be widespread. Because the ancient Greek were quite modern also. If we consider their openness to sexual practice, we know...
Yeah.
We all know about prostitutes in the ancient Greece. And, well, in their writing, they also speak about kissing and everything. And then also the Romans. The Romans were the ones who popularized kissing, spreading the practice to most of Europe, basically, and also to North Africa. And they had 3 types of kissing. There was the osculum, which was hand or cheek kiss. Then there was the Basium. Sorry, why am I making it English?
Yeah. Usually happens.
Basium.
Yeah, like you're Italian. You are from the country of the Roman Empire.
Well, it would be Basium, which was lip-to-lip kiss. But I read also that the Basium was common among friends also, or among important people.
But it is kissing what part of the body?
Lips.
In the lips. Oh, okay.
Like I meet my politician friend and I kiss him on the lips, and for them it was normal.
Okay. Yeah.
That's what I do actually when I go to the supermarket and I ask them for something and they help me and I just kiss them on their lips.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
Why don't you do it with me? I'd like you to do it.
Okay, yeah. Starting tomorrow.
Particularly with old woman, I guess the reaction would be really nice. Yeah.
Well, and the last one is the savium, that we know now as the French kiss. And the word savium, I don't know, but it reminds me of saliva.
Mm-hmm.
Savium.
Yeah.
So
yeah, why is it actually named French kiss? Is it just
with the tongue, right?
yes.
Okay.
But I guess France really had to colonize everything, even kisses.
Yeah. And like the three names: osculum, basium.
Osculum, basium, and savium.
I don't know. They sound so dirty for me. Like like osculum.
Osculum sounds quite creepy.
Yeah.
Like something
definitely.
hidden, a
It's
corner.
also, right, like
And
a monster, right?
And Basium, give me some Basium.
Well, in Italian, kiss is bacio.
See,
It really reminds
true.
me of
Mhm.
bacio. Well, that's where European languages come from Latin. So, well, then what happened? Basically, in the Middle Ages, all of Europe was kissing, guys. Just imagine, it was so common also among people of equal rank. So I don't know, the queen kissing. No, I'm just saying, I don't know if it is true. But I imagine like nobles, people meeting and kissing on the lips, which I don't know you, but it would be crazy for me. Also, although I think there are still some cultures in which you are allowed to kiss someone on the lips.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know something about it or.
Yeah. In Russia, for example, I think it's 3 kisses.
Free kiss on the lips.
On the lips.
On the
Yeah,
lips.
you have, but in the Soviet Union, I think.
Okay.
Or maybe it's not from Russia. I mean, it's from Georgia because I remember some picture with Gorbachev. kissing
Oh
on the
yeah.
lips with some,
This really
Soviet-
famous picture of
it's true, on the Berlin
communist
Wall, no?
leaders. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
on the bird. That's where I saw it.
I think it's 3, but maybe it's a Georgian thing or Russian or Kazakhstan.
Also in Kazakhstan, in the film Borat. I mean, it's a parody. I know it's not real life, but like in the first scene, Borat kisses a woman, and he said, "Oh, I love her. She's my sister."
Yeah, but also Borat kissed the axilla and crazy stuff.
Quite creepy, I must say.
Yeah, but actually, for example, in Russia is common. I think I'm not from Russia, but I saw a couple of times.
Yes, I mean, it really depends on the culture. Like for us, it's weird, it's awkward kissing someone, although it's someone you know, but kissing him or her on the lips must be, for us, it's, I don't know, it's unbelievable. You could never do it, but maybe in some culture it's something.
Yeah, of course, a cultural thing.
Yes. Well,
What else?
back to history, basically in the Middle Ages, as I told you, was really, really common. But then the Catholic Church started opposing to kissing because according to them, it would have led to carnal acts. And plus, after the Great Plague, kissing was replaced with bows or handshakes.
Okay.
It really looks like 2020.
Yeah, literally like the plague. Yeah.
Trendsetters.
History repeats again and again, over and over. Well, now I think we can hear some stories from you guys about kissing in the world, if you found something interesting, or maybe you can tell me how's kissing, not kissing, but how's greeting in Slovenian, if you have this kiss greeting or cheek greeting as we have in Europe.
Yeah, I can say like in Spain, like I don't know what Mateo thinks or what's Mateo's view of this, but like normally in Spain with between men we shake hands, and between men, women, and between women there are like two kisses in the cheeks.
Yeah, I'm a bit against the. I don't know. It's strange to know the first impression with a woman. 2 kisses.
Mhm.
I don't know. I'm not really
A fan.
Yeah.
a fan of this culture. Just in this case.
Mhm.
But yeah, of course, if it's your friend or your girlfriend or your mom or family, of course. But even between men, but
And in families, like for example, some people they kiss their father or their brothers or like the close family. Sometimes between men, you can give like one kiss in the cheek too. I don't know if that's widespread or my father wants something more with me. No, but also like in South America, I can say for my experience there is that men too they give one kiss in the cheek. That for us it's like in Spain it's a bit weird because between men you know you don't kiss another man. You know.
Yeah. I mean, I saw it in the Padrino movie. I don't know. The Padrino kisses everyone. I mean, he's the boss, but still he pretends kisses from other people. Well,
here, sorry. Here, at least now in these years, you can kiss a woman or man. It's no problem.
Yeah,
At least
yeah.
here is fair. No,
Yeah,
in
yeah.
other countries, is you kiss if you're a man and you kiss another man is well, it's a problem. And
Yeah.
here,
No, of course. Here is totally cool, but it's not like the social norm, we could say.
yeah, from here we want to say that kiss other people is good. Is share love. Now
Yes,
it's
we are-
difficult because we have the virus, but
yes,
share love
definitely.
with
Yeah,
all the people, men, women.
of course, we are talking about greeting kiss. So, for if there is someone that is listening to us that doesn't come from Europe, here in Europe, cheek greeting or I don't know, kissing in general as a greeting is really widespread, as Antonio said and as Matteo said. We usually give, well, in Italy, we actually give 2 kisses to, like me, I give 2 kisses to my friends, both female or male. But, as you said, for guys, for men, it's a bit different. They usually handshake or sometimes they hug if there is a particular occasion. So it's not that we don't go that deep with kiss greeting and everything. But how in Slovenia, I'm pretty curious to know if it is different or if you have the same traditions as us about.
Well,
greetings.
we're in that aspect, I think we're a bit more closed than like Latin countries and Spain and Italy. Usually, I always hug my friends and family. Kisses on the cheeks are not really common. Although there are some, especially like older people, like your aunts, that they always go for the kisses on the cheek and you go for a hug and it's like a really awkward moment there. But no, usually it's a hug. And if you meet somebody new, it's always a handshake, even if it's a girl, if it's a boy. In that aspect, where like if somebody would come and go for a kiss straight away, it would be like quite awkward. But yeah, like for example, for the birthdays and stuff, it's 2 kisses. But yeah, for greetings itself, we are not.
Oh yeah, that happened to me in the Czech Republic. That for my birthday, all the people in my job they give me a kiss, and I was like, what's happening? Like, why now and not any other day?
Yeah. It's for birthday. You always like give kisses on the cheeks, but
Okay.
it's really hard to keep up with all these things because like also here in Spain, like it's really hard to know what the other people is going for.
That's true.
And for example, yeah, especially like when you meet some people, because I think Spain generally is giving kisses, but there are some people that it's not usual.
It's even a problem for us.
Yeah.
We're talking about that. It's something that I prefer handshake or maybe the first impression. No, a hug, but sometimes it's good.
Yeah, but like for
sometimes
example,
it's like or maybe one kiss. People give one kiss, and you're going to do
To give another one.
Yeah.
and let the face like
Yeah,
what,
that is
what
awkward.
is going on.
Yeah.
But
For
yeah,
me, like if I come now to Spain and I meet you, I would think, okay, he's Spanish, he would go for 2 kisses and you would go for a handshake, and it would be like,
But it really also depends on the region you're from. Like, for example, I've read that in France, in some parts of France, they give 1 kiss, and in other parts, like sorry to my roommate who is French, and Guérin, sorry to the Lorraine Valley, they give 5.
wow.
Up to 5.
I thought, just like
Yeah. You have all these
Time
like, moving their
consuming.
head.
Yeah.
But it is actually because like in Slovenia, we have a very, like our population is like, we have a lot of Serbians in our country. And for Serbs, it is typical giving 3 kisses. So for example, if you meet a Serb, it's quite possible he's going to go for 3 kisses. So yeah, it's another thing you have to be aware of. But it's true. I also read that in Afghanistan, they go for 8 kisses.
Wow.
So
That's crazy, guys. I mean,
they have the record or not.
you need time actually
yeah.
to
I
give
Imagine if you meet a group of new people.
20 people and 8 kisses per people.
And you need to count if you are like 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay.
Yes, I think they have, that little object that you
Yeah, you
count,
press the
that you
button.
press the button.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Well, anyway, in Italy, I must say it's the same as France because, as I said, I usually give 2 kisses. But if you go down to the south of Italy, they give 3 kisses. And the craziest thing is that it is a paradox because, like I hug my friends and give 1 kiss, and I have, they're my friends, so we have a special bond. But I do the same with acquaintances. Like, I don't know if my mom, she invites her friends to come over. I don't really know them. Although I don't really know them, I give 2 kisses usually.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's a bit controversial because, maybe you may think that kisses are something, I don't know, sweeter or deep or something you do with people you really care. But instead for us, it's just an habit. So
Yeah. And also sometimes a social convention, like you do it because it's what you're expected to do.
And then, guys, we must say that, as you know, it's not a real kiss because people may think it's not a real kiss. It's like a hair kiss. You just rub your cheek to the other person's cheek, and then you do this sound. But you don't actually kiss the person. So it's a hair kiss.
Yeah, but I have to say it would be really weird to actually kiss, like to turn the face and actually kiss
8 times.
8 times.
What it happened to me once. I went to Hungary for a youth exchange, which is an Erasmus Plus project. Well, whatever. And I met this girl from Finland, and we are still friends. This happened 2 years ago. And then, it was the last day. I had to take the bus, and we had to say goodbye to each other. And I basically, I don't know, it was so natural for me that I gave her 1 kiss on the cheek. But like mwah, and she started laughing, and she answered like "Ciao, Bella" or something like this, because I think that this thing really reminded her how passionate or stereotypical Italians are. I don't know, like "Ciao, Bella," and she was a bit uncomfortable because she was like, "What the is she doing?" I mean. But it was so funny. We still laugh when we think about it. But, if I have to be honest, it was a bit embarrassing for me at that time. I don't know if it has ever happened to you guys.
But at least she was your friend.
Yes. Well, I've known her for just 1 week.
Yeah, but for me, it happens that I like to hug people when, like, even if I meet them and it's been like a week that I've known them, I always like when we say goodbye, or if I see that person after a while, I always tend to hug them.
Yeah.
And I think I made a few people comfortable in time, especially the boyfriends of my friends, you know, because I feel like we spend the day together, and in the end, when I hug my friend, I always feel the tendency to hug the boyfriend as well, just because, you know,
Are your friends okay?
no, like, but I just see the boyfriends, like, or people in general sometimes are a bit tense because they're like,
Oh my
what?
God.
But I
Okay.
think, like, in the end, if I just act, that's normal for me, let's go. They tend, like, they realize for me it's just an act of, like, appreciation, like.
Yeah, and I think most of the cases, if you like act natural, it's not awkward. Like as long as it's not like a big cultural shock, as in Georgia's case with the Finnish girl that maybe for her it was really crazy.
And we are talking about the people who touch or kiss or something, but in another culture is just in distance.
Yes.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
reverence or,
like bowing or
that's it.
Yes.
You can't even think about touch if it's not your friend from 20 years or your mom or your dad.
Yeah.
So what different is the greatest with.
Yeah, and it's really important actually, like when you travel or when you go to different cultures, to keep that in mind.
Yes.
But also, like, I think people really appreciate when you like try following their cultural
traditions,
etiquettes.
Yes.
Because when I was in Ghana last year, they have a really unusual way of greeting. They sort of like clap their fingers. So I clap your fingers. It's super hard.
What?
Wow.
Yeah.
Like this?
Yeah.
But with other people's hand.
Yeah.
Oh my
so
God.
you basically like take my hand and then we both clap it together.
Let's try. Even people can't see us.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Wow.
But
Nice.
it's super hard. And I remember like we started like learning all these things. And then whenever we met somebody and we greeted them in the Ghanaian way, they were like, wow, yeah,
that is so cool.
Super impressed with like, it really like, you see people appreciate it. Like even if sometimes for us, it was like, how do I do it? But yeah, it also like can get you closer to people. Like you feel more a part of like a culture that you're just meeting and stuff.
Yes, I totally agree. I think people really appreciate that. And guys, what about the rest of the world? Like, do you know how people greet in Asia, for example?
Not really.
My first idea is just that there's a lot of bowing and like it's quite important for them, and they have like, you can really be disrespectful if you greet them wrong. But that's, I don't know, like how different countries greet. But
in countries like China or Japan, imperial countries, even with the king or different dynasties, these greetings really, really, really formal still today, even between families or these structures, family structures, social hierarchies or this kind of. So the greeting is really, really formal, even between friends for 20 years or.
Yeah, they look like really, the greetings are really formal, like.
Yeah, but it's completely different than or mine here in Europe and here in South Europe more. But from this side, from Thailand, India is different, but it's also formal in different way, like for the religion, from the Hindus or Buddhists.
Yeah, I honestly have no idea. Maybe Georgia can tell us about.
Yeah, I just looked some information on the internet. Basically, they have this upwarding pointing gesture, which comes also from Buddhism and Hinduism, both in Nepal and in Thailand. And it changes according to the rank of people. It can be, placed behind your chest, but also higher, at near your head. It depends. It depends on chest level, face level.
So the hands at chest level or face level,
depending on the people you are speaking with. Like face level for colleagues or superiors. But if you ever seen the King of Thailand, you have to bow deeply to look shorter than the person they were bowing to. Like if you bow to a noble, you had to bow just to make you look shorter.
Yeah.
So, but I think, nowadays, also in these countries, the handshake, it's pretty widespread. I think young people just greet each other with handshake. They don't kiss cheek or weird stuff we do, but they just handshake or yes. That's
but I guess
hug.
they keep bowing, and I don't know if they still bow more deep if it's like someone of a higher rank.
I mean, I think if I don't know, let's suppose I have a Japanese friend. If I meet him, I don't bow to him, but if I meet maybe his grandma, then I might probably do it, because all generations are still really attached to this traditions,
and you show respect. I think it's also
yes, I think it's always appreciated, but I think it's more or less the same we have in Europe. Like if Antonio meets my grandma, it doesn't give a kiss to her. He will probably handshake or.
But here, I don't know. Maybe for these traditional kisses.
Maybe you will kiss my grandma on the lips. Vieni qui, nonna.
That's
Come
very
here,
Italian.
grandma.
Maybe if his grandmother from here, she's gonna be to give you 2 kisses.
Yeah,
sure,
I think so.
Or almost for sure.
Yeah, but here we have different forms, different ways of showing respect, and maybe in Asia, bowing is still important too, because here, of course, you won't bow. It looks even like a parody, like you're making fun of someone if you bow for them.
Yeah.
Also, I think this is a really informal country, because we have the this Spanish class is tú is you. Usted is you, really informal. But we use you too, always, even for your teacher, your mom. But it's true. But it's
for
impossible
me
to think in Italy, in the rest of the countries.
Yeah.
But here it's tú, you, you for the chit.
Yeah.
Police, the King of Spain, for sure, too.
Okay, thank you guys for sharing your knowledge about greetings in the world. It was a pleasure to spend time with you. Well, I want also to say, if you don't follow us on social medias, it's the right moment to do it.
You should, totally.
We have a One Radio Erasmus page on Instagram and In Galicia page on Instagram as well. And you can find our podcast in Spreaker. So don't miss those. Thank you so much, and bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.